Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Criminal probe launched into Portland ATM explosion. Man found injured. The police have launched a criminal probe into the early morning explosion at the Scotiabank ATM on Harbor Street in Port Antonio, Portland. In the meantime, one man has been hospitalized after he was found with cuts, burns, and broken leg and other injuries at the rear end of the bank. The explosion, which happened about 4 o'clock, damaged the ATM and the entrance to the banking hall. Shattered glass was found up to 60 feet away. Commanding officer for the Portland Police Division, Superintendent Kenneth Chin, told reporters that a high-level probe is being conducted by several entities. A glass window at the rear of the bank was also shattered, and the emergency exit door partially ajar. The cause of the explosion is not yet ascertained. However, criminal activity is suspected, as we are following strong leads and will make a breakthrough in short order, he said. Initial estimated loss is in excess of $12 million. Senior Deputy Superintendent at the Jamaica Fire Brigade, Emilia Ebanks, said when his colleagues arrived at the location yesterday morning, fire was seen coming from the building. We got into operation, and after about 5 minutes, the fire was brought under control and later extinguished. He said the damage was restricted to the ATMs, the machine room, a bathroom, 2 offices, some office equipment, and AC units. He stated that investigators were on the scene trying to ascertain the cause of the fire. Normal operations at the bank will be affected by the incident. Family intensified search for a mobile woman swept away by floodwaters. The family of the St. James woman swept away by floodwaters on Tuesday has intensified their search for her. Early yesterday morning, her 2 sons, Gregory and Carl, dug through debris along the bank of the Montego River in St. James before help came. Both men live overseas. State entities have been searching since Tuesday, when the body of 12-year-old Janelle Walters, the granddaughter of the missing woman, 68-year-old Beryl Walters, was found. The woman's husband, Beris, and their daughter, Shannon, were rescued by residents. The 4 were traveling in a Toyota Succeed motor car when they pulled off the road because of rising waters in Westgate. While there, the situation worsened with the water moving the vehicle towards the Montego River. The family got out of the car and were swept away, as well as the car. Gregory Walters told reporters that the incident has been traumatic for some family members. He said amid prayer, some have been seeking professional help. But Gregory said the family wants greater support from the authorities, such as divers. We just think we need some more help, and nobody is giving us any information, he said. Acting Mayor of Montego Bay, Richard Vernon, said the authorities are doing the best they can. He also said he had instructed the disaster coordinator to reach out to the marine park to get divers. The acting mayor has also reached out to the National Environment and Planning Agency for permission to do distilling of the river if the divers are unable to locate the missing body. Mom pitches foundation in memory of John, 12-year-old. A foundation to honor the memory of Janelle Walters, a 12-year-old girl who died tragically during flood rains on Tuesday, will be launched later this year. Christine Gilbert, the mother of the late 7th grader at Montego Bay High School, announced her intention to set up the charity on Thursday during a visit from opposition leader Mark Golding. She said the foundation will focus on helping the nation's less fortunate citizens in education and health care. Janelle died on Tuesday after the car in which she was traveling with her grandparents and an aunt was washed into the Montego River during heavy rains. Her body was recovered near the cruise ship pier later that day. Gilbert, who tried to hold back tears as she mourned the loss of her daughter, said Janelle was a loving person who, like her, always looked out for others and harbored thoughts of setting up a foundation where she could help others. I had a name for the foundation then, but since this tragedy, I said I would put it in her name. I had written it down in my diary for a long time now, but I have not yet set a timeline on when it would start, the grieving mother said. This is something my daughter would have liked. She was also caring for people and wanted to grow up living her life, helping not just her family, but those in need, especially the children and the elderly, she continued, adding that she wants the foundation to also be able to offer scholarships. While a date has not been set on that for Janelle's funeral, Gilbert, a self-employed accountant, said that it is likely that Janelle Waters Foundation will take place during the service. It would be the perfect time to launch it, but let's see what happens, she said. I don't know where all the funds are going to come from, but I would love to set this up. Meanwhile, Golden said that he, along with other senior members of the People's National Party PNP, would be assisting the family with the funeral arrangements. We will be considering what we can do, and we will be in touch with the family, said Golden, who was accompanied by Sylvan Reed, the former councillor and now caretaker of the Salt Spring Division, and Kerry Thomas, counsel for the Mount Salem Division, on the visit to the family's Cornwall Courts house. Golden said that he was moved by the strength of Gilbert and her family who, despite their tragic loss, were making plans to help others. You are a very caring person to be thinking about that at this time, he told her of the plans to launch a foundation. National Baking Company Foundation sponsors Child's Month celebration. The National Baking Company Foundation, NBCF, has been announced as a lead sponsor of the 2022 Child Month celebrations. The event, organized by the National Child Month Committee, will be celebrated under the theme Listen Up, Children Voices Matter, and the foundation has expressed delight at supporting this year's lineup of events. Speaking at the launch of Child's Month 2022 at the Institute of Jamaica last week Wednesday, NBCF's Executive Director Lorian Samuels shared that the foundation has always taken an interest in programs that elevate and rally around the nation's children. She said, "We are relentless champions of the youth, and we are proud to engage in activities that advance the needs of the children in this country." The month-long celebration will kick off with a national church service on May 1. The foundation has already established initiatives such as Little Leaders and the Early Childhood Teacher Development Program to help improve access to quality education from the early childhood level, and has signaled that the Child Month calendar has only expanded its work with children beyond its usual education focus. Samuels added that the occasion presents an opportunity for the National Baking Company Foundation to continue to positively impact children of all ages. National is listening, and we wholeheartedly agree that our children's voices matters. July 21 Obstruction of Justice trial for a lawyer. Gordon Brown, the attorney for businessman Michael Issa, is booked to stand trial in the St. James Parish Court on July 21 for obstruction of justice in relation to a case of resisting arrest and indecent language concerning his client. Brown, who appeared in court on Friday in a dark blue suit and with a calm demeanor, got the trial date and was bounced out to attend on the next side when the matter was briefly mentioned before presiding judge Sasha Ashley. During the proceedings, the prosecution admitted that full disclosure of documents to Brown's defense attorney, Henry McCurdy, has not been completed. However, it was indicated that the disclosure would be completed ahead of trial with July 21 as the suggested convenient date. Brown, who had previously appeared in court on March 30th, was charged in relation to charges of negligence, loss of firearm, indecent language, and resisting arrest, which had been laid against Issa, the stepfather of 9-year-old Gabriel King, who was brutally murdered on January 13. The details of the allegations against Brown has not been disclosed. According to reports, Issa was arrested and charged when he went to make a police report on January 13, hours after his stepson was abducted and killed. It is understood that the matter of Issa's licensed firearm, which went missing on December 17, 2021, and was later found, is unrelated to the child's death. Because the firearm was found, the negligence loss of firearm charge against him was eventually dismissed. However, Issa is set to stand trial in relation to other charges on May 16. While there are available updates in the respective cases concerning Issa and Brown, there have been scanty updates on the investigations into the death of young King, an issue which has provoked public criticism and condemnation. King, who was developmentally challenged, was abducted from his mother along the Tucker Main Road in St. James on January 13 after she was reported carjacked by assailants while navigating a pothole. The assailants dragged the mother from her motor vehicle and made off with the vehicle with the child still in the back seat. The car was later found abandoned off the Fairfield Main Road in Montego Bay, and King's body was found at the rear of the vehicle with his throat slashed. His body was later cremated on March 4. On the heels of the child's murder, Senior Superintendent Vernon Ellis, head of the St. James Police Division, said that information revealed to the public about the case must be delivered in a way that will not compromise the investigation. Boss Mom Network partners with Food for the Poor to build homes. This year's staging of the Boss Mom Network's Mother's Day activities will see another philanthropic project under the theme Boss Mom Builds. Launched in 2020, the Boss Mom Network is a community of mothers in business, building viable businesses, raising children, and fostering successful relationships. The platform exists to help boss moms effectively and efficiently balance family and career through information, products, ideas, advice, tools, and services. For the past 2 years on Mother's Day, the Boss Mom Network has partnered with Corporate Jamaica to give mothers in need with practical and well-needed gifts procured through the Boss Mom donations and corporate sponsorship. The 2022 project comprises a powerful partnership with one of Jamaica's leading philanthropic institutions, Food for the Poor, where the Boss Mom Network will build homes for 3 mothers to call home and build a better life for their families. The Boss Mom Network and FFTP identified mothers in need through the organization's nearly 40-year housing procurement project. The recipients of the houses will be chosen through the FFTP selection process, which requires that applicants demonstrate proof of ownership of the land on which the house will be built. In collaboration with Boss Mom Michelle Garden, FFTP will also support mothers who have existing entrepreneurial ventures. The homes provided are equipped with indoor sanitization, solar power lighting, a gas stove, water tank, kitchen sink and cupboard, guttering for water harvesting, and more. There is also a loft space for expanding sleeping capacity and a mini solar panel to provide basic lighting. However, through contributions and donations, the Boss Mom Network has upped the ante with their initiative and will hand over to each boss mom in need, in addition to a physical structure, a furnished, stocked, and move-in ready turnkey home with small appliances, groceries, amenities, and other accessories involved. For each recipient, the gift of a new home is more than the structure. It's a place of safety. It's a place of comfort. It brings peace, it brings love, it brings hope, said Marsha Burl Reed, Development and Marketing Manager, Food for the Poor. Boss Mom Builds 2022 will improve for these mothers their capacity to live up to their potential and to feel more confident about the future of their families and also that of their businesses' shared garden. Since inception, Food for the Poor has built and donated more than 36,000 homes island-wide, with 360 homes built in 2020. Built-out teams for this Mother's Day initiative will include volunteer Boss Mom media personality Dr. Terry Carroll Reed, interior designer Angeline Spencer, transport consultant Selena, and children's advocate and the National Rapporteur on Trafficking in Persons Diana Gardner Harrison. Good corporate citizens have a heart for social issues, especially where these intersect with positively impacting the most vulnerable of our society. Our children and mothers in need fall squarely in that bracket, and it's extra special when moms in business can give back to moms who are not as secured as they are and have a great need, shares Gardner Harris. This upcoming collaboration for Mother's Day 2022 with Food for the Poor, Boss Mom Builds, is our most ambitious project to date, said Boss Mom Project Lead Michelle Garden. A place she is proud of to call home, a place her children know as their safe space. I can't think of a more beautiful Mother's Day gift for any mom. Orly and Ziggy Marley, on behalf of the Tough Gang Worldwide and URGE, are proud to support the Boss Mom Network and our friend Michelle Garden, stated Orly Marley. The build-out and furnishing of the 3 homes are being made possible by corporate sponsorships and private donations of financial and practical support provided by Sagicor Jamaica, Tough Gang Worldwide, MDS Limited, Restaurants of Jamaica, Antina Media Group, Valley Gas Limited, and Half Moon Resorts. Transportation will be provided for the dealership for Ford in Jamaica KIG, Jamaica. For those who wish to contribute, please visit open.com/bossmombills. Follow at Boss Mom Network on Instagram. Please remember, to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.